Shannon should just step out with his boyfriend and let people know I'm bisexual, but this is who I'm with. And every now and then I experience my wild side.
You think he's a zest monster?
I definitely think he's bisexual.
When Unc say he want to date younger men, they killed me. What they say? What the women? What? Yeah, what I said. I want to date younger women. What I said? Oh, when I want to date, when I want to date younger women.
Hey, the shit that he planned don't work. I'm gonna come up with something.
The internet's going wild right now after 50 Cent allegedly dropped some serious bombs about Shannon Sharpe. And this story's got layers on layers. It all started when a woman known online as Gabby or Carly from OnlyFans filed a massive civil lawsuit on April 21st, 2025, accusing Shannon of major misconduct during their 2-year relationship. She's demanding over $50 million, claiming emotional damage and multiple disturbing incidents that she says left her traumatized. Shannon didn't stay quiet for a second. He came out swinging. He called the whole thing a straight-up setup, saying the relationship was totally consensual and that Gabby's just trying to squeeze him for cash now that his bag got bigger. But that's not all. Shannon turned the heat up even more by pointing fingers at high-profile attorney Tony Busby, accusing him of running what he called a smear campaign against successful black men. He even claimed Busby tried pulling a similar stunt with Jay-Z before. Then came the real jaw-dropper. Shannon said Busby planned to leak a 30-second edited tape to make him look guilty and feed into racial stereotypes just to stir chaos online.
Here's the final stop of the day. Total wines. See the line started over there. My last stop of the day. We got up early, had a late night. We don't do excuses here. We just get the job done. Because this one we signed up for.
He swore he wouldn't let that fly and announced he's ready to hit back with a defamation countersuit, taking this battle straight to court. But once news of the lawsuit hit the press, things started crumbling fast. ESPN reportedly told Shannon to step back from his regular spots on First Take and other shows, claiming it was just so he could focus on the legal issues. Still, fans could tell something way deeper was going on behind the scenes. Fans online aren't buying ESPN's explanation one bit.
This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine.
Most think it had everything to do with protecting the network's clean image. The timing feels way too suspicious. This lawsuit popped up just weeks after Shannon inked a massive new multi-year deal with ESPN meant to push him into the spotlight across every TV and digital platform. People are side-eyeing the situation, wondering if somebody was trying to knock him down right as he was leveling up and getting more power in the industry. But hold up, that lawsuit wasn't even the only mess circling Shannon. Out of nowhere, old rumors about his sexuality started popping back up again. Whispers that have followed him for years, but never really stuck.
What they're getting is sued for defamation and trying to take me down. My career is all about real talk and honesty.
Until now. This time, it all centers around his connection with celebrity stylist Hollywood Mugler, and the internet's got questions. Mugler ain't just some regular stylist.
And one little bit of a serious question. Okay. The NFL has been asking some of the candidates about their orientation. Yes. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a good thing. You will find that somebody will come out and say that they're, whatever the situation is. And I think it's a good thing. I think the more you grow as a person, as an individual, you become secure with who you are. And that doesn't matter what orientation is, and I think that's a good thing.
He's a bold, loud, high-fashion name who's proudly and openly gay, always rocking the flashiest fits in the room. Suddenly, Shannon and Mugler were spotted everywhere together. Courtside at Lakers games, walking through airports, and rocking matching designer outfits that screamed attention. The energy between them had everyone talking. Some fans tried to play it cool, saying it looked like a professional partnership, but others, they swore it looked a little too close for comfort. That's when the so-called social media detectives jumped in, digging up every post tag and old clip they could find. And they realized something wild. Mugler's the same guy who went viral years ago for exposing former NFL player Kerry Rhodes as DL. And that connection set the internet on fire all over again.
Kerry Rhodes is gay. I mean, anytime you lay with the person that has the same thing that you have between thy legs and you sleep with them, you're gay. But I think that I probably was the first guy that he tried, and he liked it. It was good. It really was.
That story with Mugler and Kerry Rhodes blew all the way up because some intimate photos of them leaked online. pictures that made it crystal clear they were way more than just friends. Carey had once done interviews talking calmly about acceptance in the league, but when those photos dropped, he never actually denied the rumors. The internet went crazy, dissecting every frame, and Mugler added fuel to the fire when he boldly said in an interview, "Carey Rhodes is gay and that's good." That one statement turned into a full-blown storm that stuck to Carey's name for years. Later, Mugler even claimed they were in a real relationship, and that's when people realized this man has no problem exposing anyone who crosses him. He'll spill everything without hesitation. So when fans saw Shannon Sharpe suddenly hanging around that same Mugler, the internet instantly went into detective mode. They were like, wait a minute.
Nobody was uncomfortable, because if you're uncomfortable, you don't do it more than one time.
The same guy who once outed an NFL player is now styling one of the biggest faces in sports media? Yeah, people thought that looked real suspicious. Before long, rumors started swirling that Shannon had actually fired his longtime stylist, the same man he'd worked with for over 20 years, just to bring Mugler into his circle. That's when comment sections exploded. One fan wrote, "You mean to tell me Shannon dropped his OG stylist for a dude that doesn't even style him?" Another jumped in saying, "A real stylist upgrades your look, not just tag along to games." And it didn't stop there. The comments got bolder, with some people claiming Mugler was being treated more like a boy toy than an employee. The speculation had gone from fashion talk to full-on gossip war, and social media was eating it up like popcorn. People online started clowning, saying, "Who even sits courtside with their stylists?" The internet basically turned into a full-blown court of public opinion overnight, breaking down every picture, every glance, every single move Shannon made, trying to figure out if he was hiding something or just living his life in peace. But once Shannon cut ties with Hollywood Mugler, everything spiraled even faster, and the drama went from messy to explosive. The split wasn't quiet at all. Mugler allegedly started spilling tea left and right, painting Shannon in a whole new light. Insiders claimed the stylist felt betrayed and bitter, and instead of walking away with grace, he wanted revenge. The talk online said Mugler began hinting at private details about Shannon, trying to expose him the same way he did Carey Rhodes years ago. Fans started arguing whether Mugler was clout chasing for relevance or genuinely trying to get even after being dropped so fast. But then came the wildest twist. Talk of a leaked tape started flooding timelines, and that's when things went nuclear. Mugler allegedly claimed that Shannon's so-called leak wasn't an accident at all. He went online posting, "Accidentally going live." When you have to open the app, swipe right, then swipe left twice and hit the button, that's insanely impossible. That single post sent the internet into meltdown mode. People rushed back to old live clips, frame by frame, trying to figure out if Shannon had really fumbled or if it was all a calculated move. Maybe even an attempt to silence rumors by showing proof of something. Whatever the truth was, the speculation grew louder by the minute, and social media turned into a battlefield of theories, screenshots, and side-eyes. The theory that started floating around was absolutely wild. What if Shannon purposely recorded himself to clear his name, but the whole plan backfired in the worst way? It sounded crazy, but this is the internet. Once people get a story they like, they run with it like it's gospel. Even after Shannon cut off Hollywood Mugler, the whispers wouldn't die down. Before long, new photos surfaced of him hanging out with another man, and boom, a fresh wave of rumors hit the timeline like a storm. It was like Shannon couldn't catch a break. Every time he tried to move past one scandal, another one popped right up like clockwork. Finally, Shannon clapped back, calling all the talk straight up false. He said, just because he's worked with someone who's gay doesn't mean he is, and that people need to stop twisting normal connections into messy storylines for clicks. He made it clear he didn't appreciate the way the internet tries to turn everything into gossip. But by then, the damage was already done. The rumor mill was sprinting full speed, and that's when 50 Cent's name came crashing into the mix, and that's when things went from messy to explosive. Word started flying that 50 had receipts on Shannon, supposedly proof of his so-called DL activities. Nobody knew if any of it was real, but fans knew one thing for sure. 50 Cent never misses a chance to stir chaos and drop bombs online. This is the same man who made a career out of exposing people, clowning them, and keeping the internet entertained. Remember how he went at Diddy? That same relentless energy was back again, and people said it looked like Shannon might have just become 50's next target. And that's when the real heat began. So when people started linking 50 Cent to Shannon's situation, the internet instantly went, oh yeah, he's definitely gonna say something. Fans just knew it was only a matter of time before 50 jumped in. And he didn't disappoint. Some people even started claiming that this new leak and all the rumors were part of 50's bigger revenge mission. See, this goes way back. Years ago, 50 publicly clashed with Diddy, accusing him of everything from shady business moves to strange personal behavior. And now, fast forward to 2025, and it feels like 50 circling right back to the same energy, calling out another man caught up in whispers about his sexuality. Whether he's being serious or just trolling for attention, nobody knows for sure. But fans are convinced 50 saw the perfect moment to strike while Shannon's name was already all over the headlines and he ran with it full throttle. But here's the twist. Not everyone's convinced Shannon's being exposed. A growing number of people online are asking if he's actually being targeted instead. Let's be real, Shannon Sharpe is a powerhouse, a self-made, wealthy black man who climbed from the NFL to ESPN to building his own digital empire with Club Shay Shay. He's got sponsorships, business deals, and millions who respect his hustle, discipline, and blunt honesty. So when the lawsuit and all these wild rumors dropped back to back, fans started connecting dots like detectives. Some said it looked too perfectly timed to be random, like someone wanted to bring him down just as his power hit a new peak. People online started saying, every time a black man gets close to major money, something pops up to destroy him. Others called it exactly what it looked like. A smear campaign, crafted to ruin Shannon's image, tank his brand, and strip away his independence. The whispers turned into wild theories, and soon people were saying big media execs didn't like how Shannon Sharpe was getting too powerful on his own. They pointed out that his podcast, Club Shay Shay, was pulling massive numbers, sometimes even outshining the same sports networks he once worked for. That's why fans started connecting the dots. The lawsuit, the stylist drama, the leaks, all hitting at once. Yeah, something definitely felt off about that timing, but not everyone was giving Shannon a free pass. Some folks argued that he brought some of this mess on himself by surrounding his circle with people who live off clout and controversy. Either way, his name was now glued to scandal, and social media was eating every drop of it up like a fresh pot of tea. By now, Shannon's whole world looked like it was spinning out of control. What started as one lawsuit had exploded into a full-blown internet circus, blending legal chaos, personal rumors, and celebrity drama all in one. Fans who once saw Shannon as a respected football legend and sharp-talking analyst were suddenly watching him become the main event in one of the messiest scandals the sports world had seen in years. But let's be real, Shannon's story isn't just about one controversy. It's about power, fame, and how quick the internet can flip on you once your name starts trending for the wrong reasons. Some fans are still standing by him saying he's being dragged unfairly, while others swear there's too much smoke for there not to be fire. And now, the biggest question everybody's asking is this: did 50 Cent really leak Shannon's secrets, or is this just another one of 50's legendary trolling missions gone way too far? Because if there's one thing 50's known for, it's dropping cryptic posts, stirring up chaos, and leaving the internet guessing every single time. Remember how 50 Cent has a history of exposing people, from Irv Gotti to Young Buck, and even Diddy, always with those sly captions and inside jokes that make the internet go crazy? He lives for chaos, and fans are convinced he's back at it again. With Shannon's situation blowing up online, people swear 50's just sitting on proof, waiting for the perfect moment to drop something explosive and watch the internet lose its mind all over again. Still, others are more skeptical. They think this might just be internet noise, no real proof, just rumors getting louder thanks to social media algorithms and people starving for drama. But when 50 Cent's name is in the mix, anything's possible. This man knows how to turn whispers into headlines, and Shannon's case might just be his newest playground. Meanwhile, Shannon's doing everything he can to save his career from going up in flames. He's still off ESPN for now, focusing on his legal defense and some serious damage control, while his Club Shay Shay platform tries to keep pushing forward. Shannon's been staying mostly silent about the gay rumors, doubling down on his stance that this is all a setup meant to tear him down. But that quiet approach might be making things worse. Online silence doesn't calm curiosity, it feeds it. Every picture, every post, even his body language is now being picked apart like evidence in a mystery case. Some fans are saying he looks too calm for a man under fire, while others believe he's just staying poised to protect his brand and avoid giving the drama more fuel. And then there's Hollywood Mugler, the man in the middle of it all, who is still tossing shade like confetti on social media. People noticed he's been posting cryptic captions like, "Truth always comes to light," and "You can't hide forever." And that's keeping this whole scandal blazing hotter than ever. That only made fans more convinced that more leaks are on the way. Some gossip pages even claim that Hollywood Mugler has been getting offers from blogs, cash offers, for more exclusive info about Shannon. If even half of that is true, things are about to get way messier, and Shannon might be facing more battles than just the one in court. But a growing crowd online is calling this exactly what it looks like: a full-on character assassination. They're saying Shannon's being targeted because he's become too powerful on his own terms. Think about it. He walked away from traditional TV, built his own empire with Club Shay Shay, started pulling A-list guests, and racking up views bigger than ESPN could dream of. That kind of independence makes people nervous, and now suddenly he's buried under lawsuits, rumors, and leaks. Yeah, fans aren't buying that coincidence. One user even wrote, "They're trying to do Shannon like they did every other successful black man. Build him up, then tear him down." Another commented, "The second he gets close to signing that $100 million podcast deal, here come the scandals." It's wild. People really think there's a coordinated effort to ruin his image and block his next big move. Still, not everyone's jumping on the smear campaign train. Some say Shannon's downfall might be self-inflicted, that he got too comfortable and let fame cloud his judgment. They point straight at the stylist situation, saying, if he really wanted to stay out of drama, he wouldn't have been hanging around someone known for exposing celebrities. Others say it's not even about guilt. It's about how fast the internet can twist perception. They argue Shannon's natural confidence and charm, the same traits that made him shine on TV, might have made him underestimate how vicious online gossip can be. Whether he's totally innocent or just careless, one thing's clear: he's in the middle of a digital storm that shows no sign of slowing down. One thing's for sure: this whole situation has completely changed how people see Shannon Sharpe. Fans are split right down the middle, half saying he's being targeted by a system that can't stand to see a successful, independent black man win, and the other half saying he's simply facing the fallout of his own choices. But no matter which side you're on, everyone agrees: this story is far from over. With 50 Cent allegedly involved, a bitter ex-stylist still lurking online, and a multi-million-dollar lawsuit still in motion, the Shannon Sharpe saga has turned into one of the wildest dramas the internet's seen all year. Whether this ends in redemption or ruin, one thing's crystal clear: this whole situation proves how fast fame can flip into frenzy. Shannon went from being one of sports TV's most respected voices to one of the most talked about men in entertainment, and not for the reasons anyone expected. The world's watching to see how it all plays out, and trust me, the next chapter is gonna be crazy. Make sure you subscribe, like, share, and drop a comment below if you're locked in for more deep dives into celebrity chaos and real talk straight from the streets.